fresh from your, well, reasonably fresh from your victory.
Reasonably fresh, yeah.
Phenomenal. That's got to be, since we've been doing Money Match TV now, going back 5 months, that's got to be one of the most assured performances we've seen.
Well, I do possess that game. It doesn't rear its head as much as I'd like, but I do possess a very, very strong game. Tonight was that night. I played not perfect, but as close as you can get to perfect. You know, I broke well, I kicked well, good saves, and I don't remember missing a ball. Of the number of balls you should pot, I don't remember missing any of those. I missed a couple of tough ones, but I played really well, and tonight I knew I had to put him on the back foot. I had to get him on the back foot early, because if I didn't, the Barney Army would have got even more loud and vicious. So it was imperative I got off to a good start, and I did that. Well, it was a dream start. 7-0's a dream start. I'd have took 5-4. 6-5, whatever. But 7-8-0 is like a dream start. And he lost his swagger. He dropped his head a little bit, to be totally honest. He was looking at his shoes a couple of times. I thought, hang on, I'm not going to have a punt at any daft shots here. I'm going to keep him under the cosh, and that paid dividends tonight. Yeah,
I mean, one of the things we noticed as well, he went for I think a fresh air break, and then came back and ran a 2-pack as well. So he was already 5-0 down.
Yeah, that was a crippler. That was a crippler. He made a couple of mistakes with the safeties. Yeah. He didn't look like he could grasp the pace of the table. I've played on these cloths before. I'm not a big fan because I think it simplifies the game a lot. But if you're in stroke on those tables and the bags are playing the size they are because of the slip down the rails, if you're in stroke and you're breaking well, someone's going to play very well to beat you, and that didn't happen tonight.
I mean, how much would you say, because I remember us talking last GB9 event, you're a massive golf fan and you still play golf 3 times a week.
I do.
How much influence does the golf have on your mental game?
Huge.
I would have said.
Huge, because I actually played golf the day before I came here. I didn't hit a single pill ball. I thought that was a good idea, to stay fresh, seriously. And I bogeyed the first 2 holes. And I thought it's going to be one of them days, and I thought, hang on, this is a good mental test for what I'm going to get, the abuse I'm going to get in 24 hours time. I went around 75, I shot +3, and I had about 3 or 4 birdies, and I ended up playing well. All because of the mental attitude, and that's what this game's about. You can't get too high, and you can't get too low. I actually think tonight that the Barney Army worked against Andy. I really do. There's a couple of times he was on his shot and they were screaming, and I just thought that I thought I can't help them. You know, it's a touch game, it's a stroke game, and you need to just keep your head still and let the cue, you know, push through straight.
Yeah, I mean,
and I just thought that may have worked against him.
Definitely. I mean, one of the things I was saying to Ben when we were commentating was the fact that I think the Barney Army have come here expecting a replication of the atmosphere they had with the Ben Finch match. I don't think you're ever going to replicate it. No. You can never replicate the same thing twice, unless perhaps they had a rematch. But I don't know whether that's on the cards now. And I think you brought a few people with you. But they were never going to be the same as the Barney Army.
No. I couldn't find 20 people to match those 20 people. I don't know 20 people, to be honest. I don't know. It's one of those games that you get a couple of signs early on. That's going to be my night. And the way the break started to split, and I didn't miss a ball in the first 4 or 5 racks, I think. I just thought he's going to have to really go some to keep on my coattails here, and he didn't manage to do that. You know.
Anybody you fancy perhaps for the next one, because it's your chance now to defend it?
If I play like that, genuinely, it doesn't really matter who I play. I might not win the match, but I'll go pretty close. Yeah. I can play one of the big boys and go pretty close. When I say the big boys, I mean, you know, with a 7 head start, obviously. If Darren Appleton's watching this, there's no way we're playing. Forget it. But yeah, I'll play pretty much anybody, you know. Yeah. But I just think on those tables, if you can get the break going and you're in stroke early, you know, you're gonna give anybody a game. And I've got that game. Yeah, I've got that game.
I think you showed that tonight. I mean, thanks very much for talking to me now, and go and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. All the best.
Cheers.
Cheers.